tell me how realistic this is.
Okay.
I went through and gave an estimate for each of the Lakers free agents, and I want to bounce it off you, see if you think the numbers are about right.
Okay.
So I put Austin Reaves, I penciled him in at 5 years, 200. Does that seem possible?
Yes. That would be $40 million a year annual average?
Yep.
Yeah.
LeBron James, I've got at 2 years, $44 million.
I do not think it'll be 2 years.
Oh, you think it'll be a 1 year deal?
Yeah. But 1 year, 22 sounds about right to me.
Okay. Rui, 2 years, Rui, 2 years, $35 million. So 17 and a half a year.
Think it might be a little higher, like 2 years, 40, I think would probably be for him.
Do you think DeAndre Ayton will opt in or not?
If he doesn't, if he opts out, my guess is he's played his last game as a Laker. So if he wants to play for the Lakers, he'll opt in.
Marcus Smart, 2 years, 15.
That's good. That's a good number.
Luke Kennard, 1 year, 7.
I think it'll be more like 1 year, 12.
12?
Yeah.
But so those are sort of what I estimate. And that, by the way, to Windhorst's point in that article that you guys referenced to me, it sounds like that would be about at the cap. Like that's about where you are if you do those things.
Yeah.
With no room to add.
You're not far off on any of those.
Right.
And then you see how you can fill in around the edges.
Right.
But if you bring the exact, like Windhorst talked about this in his article this morning, if you bring back the exact same group, maybe that is their best course of action, and hope Luka stays healthy the whole year and hope they can make a run. But is that group good enough to compete with OKC and San Antonio?
It's good enough to compete. It's probably not good enough to beat them, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree with that? I mean, I think,
But
I think
who
that's
says that? Because
that's a 50-win team.
Look at
53.
March or April, they had that really great month.
Yes.
It was March.
March,
yeah.
Look at March, okay? They could go on a Knicks-style run. Like, if they do what they did in March and they do it in the postseason, it's just about timing.
I don't know if they're good enough defensively. They were in March.
Right.
But would you be in a playoff series?
Well, I think you've got to add a defensive-minded big. Especially, well, I mean, no matter what, whether Ayton opts in or out, I still think you need a defensive-minded big. And
do you still feel like LeBron will sign elsewhere?
I think he's probably coming back.
See,
He's
moved
coming
over
back
to your old position.
Oh, really?
I think it is a absolute coin flip. If I had to write on the board, I'd write 50% Lakers, 50% other.
Really?
I don't think he's retiring.
If you were to divide that, no, I do not think he's retiring.
Like even should we put 1% retire? Or
yeah,
no?
I don't even think 1% retire. Right?
Yeah.
But
the one reason why I don't tilt it towards a team other than the Lakers is that if he comes back to the Lakers, well, two reasons: the Lakers can pay him more money.
Yep.
And it buys Bronny more time.
Right.
And I know the Lakers like Bronny.
Yeah.
So they don't really need a reason to keep him, but if LeBron leaves, there goes Bronny's safety net.
Right. And
I mean, Bronny's floor is Jalen Brunson, as that one caller said yesterday.
As one caller said yesterday, he's the next Jalen Brunson. So as you look at that, John, I think the interesting question, M sort of spoke to this a little bit. I think that team that we saw in March would have had a puncher's chance against anybody.
Maybe. With
Luka playing the way he was playing, with Austin, LeBron in that sort of separate role, that complementary role, that third guy. I think that team was playing so well. The one weakness I would say there is DeAndre Ayton. I think
why if I'm DeAndre Ayton's agent, I would tell him, this is an easy conversation. Do you want to play for the Lakers? And if Ayton says yes, then opt in.
Yes, absolutely.
Because if you opt out, all bets are off.
And the guys that are out there, Mitchell,
and if you're opting out to get more money, which is the only reason anybody opts out
there,
they just don't have it to give to you.
Yeah,
they would prioritize other things.
So the guys that are out there, Mitchell Robinson is a free agent, and he had some success against Wemby. Isaiah Hartenstein.
He can't shoot a free throw, though.
Well, he can't. Right. He's got severe limitations
neither could
offensively.
Shaq.
I think that Isaiah Hartenstein, if they choose not to pick up his option, he would be a good fit. Again, another guy who had some success against Wemby.
Some success, but it wasn't like he was the one shutting Wemby down.
He
it was a combo of him and Chet. And we don't really have that combo in the Lakers that would be able to shut.
Yeah, we don't have a two bigs style, certainly without a guy like that. And then the other guy that I think is out there, and I don't know if the Lakers, is Walker Kessler. Walker Kessler is a restricted free agent in
I'm glad
Utah.
you brought this up. All right, so here's how restricted free agency works.
Yep.
Starting on July 6th, any team can offer a restricted free agent a contract. Then his existing team, so we'll use Kessler as an example here. Let's say on July 6th, the Lakers sign him to an offer sheet.
Yep.
The Jazz then has 48 hours to decide whether or not they're going to match it. Free agency moves so fast that by making that offer to Walker Kessler, and I think Walker Kessler's a good player, only played in 5 games this year because he had a shoulder injury, but I think he's a good player and he's a good rim protector. He's exactly what the Lakers need on paper. Mace, I'm not so sure I tie up my cap space, and it's really 72 hours because if I make the offer on the 6th, from the time we make the offer, they have 2-3 days to match it. It freezes all of our money. We can't do anything.
So if it's the last guy in, though, in other words, if you lock up everything else, you do the smart deal, you bring back LeBron, then I think the last piece can be the restricted free agent, maybe a Peyton Watson, maybe a Walker Kessler, maybe a Tari Eason.
Restricted free agency has, I believe the way it was either Windhorst or McMenamin put it on ESPN.com has gone the way of the dinosaur because nobody wants to tie up their cap space. I see where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Sign everybody else first, but the problem still remains. In those 48 hours where you have the offer sheet out to Kessler,
your money's tied up.
You can't go after anybody else.
Right.
So in other words, it takes you off the market, takes you out of the game. That's why I don't know if Kessler is a real thing.
Right.
What do you think?
I think it's very tough with any of the restricted free agents because of that 48-hour period. I just think Walker Kessler is the kind of guy, rim protecting big, that they could really use. He's in that category of bigs